Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining this morning, and thank you to Josh Inglis for giving us a bit of time today to have a chat with you guys. Normal rules apply. Obviously, if you have a question, let me know in the chat box, and cameras off so we can maintain our bandwidth throughout the conference. Josh, obviously on his first Australian tour here at the World Cup, so I'm no doubt he is very excited to get underway when we get out of our 6-day quarantine period tomorrow. So again, if you have a question, we'll get underway. We'll start off with Andrew Menzel.
Josh, congratulations on the call-up. What was your reaction like when you heard the news?
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it was just it was pure elation, really. Obviously, I was in the UK at the time, in the 100 competition, and to get the call from George was just amazing. So it gave me a huge boost. Yeah, I'm just really proud.
Thank you.
Lockie McCurdy.
Thanks, Cole. Congratulations, Josh. Obviously, that form over in the UK obviously did wonders for your game. Do you take much out of that experience in terms of what you can bring to this tournament?
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the reasons I was really keen to get over there, was just to play in different conditions and test my game in different conditions. And as you see, sometimes in the UK with lots of cricket and lots of traffic, the wickets do get a bit tired. So playing on some spinning and some slow wickets over there, I think I can really take that into the World Cup and playing on some of the slower pitches here.
Do you feel pretty confident that you could bat wherever needed in the order?
Yeah, absolutely. I've obviously batted at the top for the Scorchers, but last year I batted at 4 and in the middle. So I like to think it's myself pretty adaptable and be able to just bat where the team needs me. So I'm open to that.
Marty Smith.
Thanks, Cole. Hi, Josh. I'm sort of following up from your question earlier. Have you played any cricket in Asia or any part of the subcontinent before on A tours or something?
I've done a couple of MPS tours to India. So, yeah, I have had, albeit quite small, experience over here. But, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed those conditions and just testing my game. It's obviously quite a challenge, so it's always good fun to come up against that.
And just sort of following up from that, I think, a couple of people, someone like Ricky Ponting included, has called out your play against spin that he's noticed in the Big Bash. And obviously spin you would expect to play a pretty big role in this tournament. Do you feel that that's a particular strength of yours, your ability to sort of work the field and move your feet against the spin?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really enjoy batting against spin. I see it as a really good challenge to just be able to score off every ball and try and manipulate the field to where you want to get it. And yeah, like it's really good fun. I really enjoy it, and it's obviously easier on flatter wickets. So we'll see what the conditions are like here, and it's obviously going to be a challenge coming up against some of the best spinners in the world. So yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to that challenge if it comes.
Cool, mate. Thank you.
Rob Forsyth.
G'day, Josh. Congrats on the call-up. I was just wondering, in terms of sort of your chats with George and I suppose even Justin, have they given you an idea of where you sit in the pecking order? Is there sort of, has JL sort of made it clear what he wants to see from you to get a game in that tournament opener?
No, we haven't had any chat about that yet. Obviously, we're still in quarantine at the moment, so I'm sure probably have that conversation in the coming days when we're at training and stuff. But I think if I do play, it'll be sort of a middle order role, and yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Mel Farrell.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Josh. Congratulations. Just wondering, you obviously had that success when you were moved between opening and batting in the middle order. How did you change things? What was different for the way that you went about those innings?
I guess just going into the middle order, I tried to, I gave myself a little bit more time. Obviously, you're not you don't have the pressure of wanting to really take on the power play. So just gave myself a few deliveries to get in, and your role probably at 3 or 4 is to keep the momentum going. And if it's not going your way, change the momentum to be going your way. So yeah, I guess that's what all I really tried to do. Was lucky at the Scorchers, we had some brilliant opening batters, obviously Livo and Jason at the top and Munners. So we generally had really good starts. So it made it a lot easier for me to just work my way into the innings and then go through the gears towards the end.
And has there been anyone who's sort of really helped you in the past couple of years? It feels like you've really burst onto the scene. Is there anyone who's been giving you particular advice, or anyone in the Australian squad since you got the call up who's been helping you out particularly?
Obviously, all of our coaching staff at WAC are absolutely brilliant. All of the batting coaches, Bo Cass and Adam Voges, have been excellent for me. Just a nice sounding board, just to talk to about the game and working on my technique and that sort of thing. But I think just in general, just confidence, I think, is so big in this game. And once you start to get on a roll, it's almost easier to keep going than not. So I probably put it the last couple of decent seasons down to that.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Bonnie. You there, Bonnie? We'll bypass Bonnie and come back to her. Alex Conrad.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Josh, how's it going, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you, mate?
Not too bad. In terms of the quarantine, have you had much of a chance to sort of leave the room, and do you do a lot of sort of interacting with your teammates, or is it you're confined to the room?
No, we're confined to the room, so literally no leaving the room at all. We do have a balcony, which is nice, so we can sit outside and get a bit of the fresh, warm air in. And we've done a bit of we've done training every day, sort of on the balcony. We've got some bands and some strength work, so being able to do a bit of that every day, which has been really nice. But yeah, really looking forward to getting out these 4 walls and seeing the boys again.
Yeah, definitely. So you sort of mentioned, it's your first time in the squad. Has there been any sort of players that you found yourself, latching onto, or, sort of asking yourself or asking them for experiences and tips and stuff? Or is it sort of just, everyone, you feel like everyone's sort of taken you under their wing of sorts?
Well, it's hard to answer because I've only been in the airport with the boys. So I'm sure that'll sort of come at training. I think obviously I know quite a few of the WA boys here, Mitch, Ash, Stoyne and stuff. So I'll probably be leaning on them more than most. But no, the boys have been really good. Yeah, really, really welcoming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting around them at training and getting this tournament started.
And if I can ask one more, what obviously winning the World Cup is the ideal objective, but I guess individually, what does the perfect tournament for yourself look like?
I think it looks like winning the World Cup. I think when you come to a tournament, your aim is to win. I think if you're thinking about personal success, you're probably in the wrong game. I'd be more than happy to score 0 runs for the tournament and lift it at the end of the tournament than not. So I'm sure everyone wants success, obviously. But yeah, the goal is to lift that trophy.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
We'll come back and try Bonnie again. Are you there, Bonnie?
Sorry, have you got me this time?
Yeah, we've got you this time, Bonnie.
Great success. Thanks. Sorry about that. Hey, Josh, Bonnie in Perth. Just wondering, with your situation, not having the international experience, as you mentioned before with Mel, how can you sort of make that play into your hands in terms of, I guess, there not really being too much expectation on you?
Yeah, I think like you said, there's probably not too much expectation on me. So I don't think you can worry about that. And the fact that you haven't got the experience at international level. I've played against a lot of international cricketers during the Big Bash and the Blast and the 100 and stuff. So I can definitely lean on those. But I think once you get into the heat of the battle, I think you just get into it and you just come back to what's natural to you. So yeah, if given the opportunity, I'll be really looking forward to that.
Yeah. And I'm sure you probably haven't seen too much of him, but Marcus Stoinis, his hamstring, have you heard anything from him? Is he good to go?
No, I haven't heard anything, I'm afraid. So no, I'll obviously speak to them in the coming days when we get out of quarantine. But yeah, I haven't got much for you there. Sorry, Bonnie.
All good. Thanks. All the best.
Thanks, Bonnie. I can probably answer that one. Stoynes is back 100% running and bowling in the nets, and so there's not anticipated to be any issues with Stoynes when he joins the camp in the next couple of days. We'll go to Alex Malcolm.
G'day, Josh. Two quick ones. Just wondering if you actually had any contact with or heard from Mickey Swart. He's obviously had experience playing in a World Cup with the Netherlands and playing these conditions. Is he someone who you've spoken to about the opportunity and what's in front of you?
Yeah, I did actually speak to Swarter last week or the week before we came out here. Actually, obviously he's played plenty of cricket for the Netherlands and played in these conditions, so he did explain a fair bit about Abu Dhabi and Dubai's wickets and what they were like. So it's nice to have him as a bit of a sounding board and a mentor as well. So it's been great.
What did you learn from him? You played obviously a lot with him, and he's a terrific player. I see shades of him in your game at times. What are the things you've learned from him?
I just remember times where we were playing grade cricket together, and there was situations where we just really need to soak up some pressure, and he was just really smart and thought through situations really clearly, and it was nice to be able to have that at the other end as a young kid starting out. So yeah, he was brilliant for my game in that sort of sense. Not so much technique wise, but more just thinking through situations and mindset and that sort of thing.
And one more, you're obviously going to spend a little bit of time with someone like Glenn Maxwell in the nets. What can you learn about his approach post power play? You're obviously different players, but he has the 360 game that I'm sure you're keen to develop, and you have elements of that. What are the things you're hoping to glean from him over the next period?
Yeah, just he's obviously one of the best players in the world, and he's been brilliant this IPL we've all seen. So yeah, I can't wait to pick his brains and just ask him probably more about when he's obviously got all the shots in the book, but when he's thinking about playing them, what's the field look like, and just how he thinks himself through those situations. So yeah, can't wait to catch up with Maxi and pick his brains on his game.
Thanks, you can go. Enjoy the experience, mate.
Cheers.
Back to Andrew Menzel, and we'll finish off with Marty Smith. Andrew.
Josh, just a quick one. You know, with Tim Payne going to retire sometime, do you sort of see yourself as an option, as an attacking option, like an Adam Gilchrist at number 7?
That's a long way ahead. Payne is still doing a fantastic job as captain and in the test team. So yeah, I'm not really thinking too far ahead about that. Sort of just concentrating on the now, and we'll see what comes down the track.
Excellent. Cheers.
We'll finish off with Marty Smith.
Sorry, Cole. Josh, just one last one. I know you mentioned you're getting out on the balcony when you can. Can you give us an impression of just how hot it is over there this time of year? Because I know you've got a couple of afternoon games, I think, coming up. Is that going to play a big factor, the heat that you've got to encounter?
Yeah, I think it obviously does. It takes a bit of acclimatizing to these conditions, but as I said, we're doing everything we can. We're training outside. Well, we have been training outside in our quarantine on the balcony, spending time out there, just getting used to it. And we're doing baths just to get used to that heat. And we've obviously got 11 days and 2 practice games before the first game of the tournament. So yeah, the boys will be ready to go, and we'll be ready for that heat when it comes game 1.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Josh, and thanks everyone for joining us this morning. We'll catch up with all you guys when we get together again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh. Thanks.